Okay, so if you saw my Come Halloween Shopping With Me video, you may remember these towels that I saw at TJ Maxx. They were very cute, but $14 for two very plain towels that just said, I put a spell on you. I knew we could definitely do much better in terms of design and price. So, on the way home, I stopped at Walmart and picked up two plain black hand towels. I think they were like $3.50, $3.75 a piece. So they weren't the cheapest, but there's only the black ones that they had in stock. So I got those. And then I already had this iron-on vinyl. This is from the HTV brand, Sizer. I want to say it was like $14 for a roll. But if you use a coupon, you can usually get it for under $10 at Michael's. So let's DIY some towels. So started by launching the Cricut app, and then I found this design included in Access, which means if you are a member, you can use it for free. So I went ahead and imported that into my canvas, adjusted it to the size, and then went to search for Hocus Pocus SVGs on Google. So typed in Hocus Pocus SVG, you can type in SVG free, whatever variation, and I started to scroll through, and once I hit images, just kind of see what the internet had to offer. A lot of them were the same. I Smell Children, just a bunch of Hocus Pocus designs, and I didn't really love any. So eventually I just searched for silhouettes. I saw this one, so I just screen grabbed it, and then I'm going to import it over into my Cricut app. So the way that you get a file ready for use is you're going to go back into your canvas. You'll open Select from Photo Library and then click on the photo that you're wanting to use. Now you can either crop the image before you import it or crop it even in the photo editor. So just cropped it here, and I want to just reduce all the excess and only use the actual piece of the picture I'm going to be cutting. From there you'll go to select, and then you'll tap on the area you want to remove. So I got rid of all the white because I only want the black to be cut, and then zooming in and taking out all the little pieces inside, all the little details and spaces. You want to make sure that you select those as well, so zoom in really tightly so you can get them, because you want to make sure that they cut. So once I've gotten all those pieces erased, I almost forgot about that one, then I am going to go ahead and hit apply. From there, you just kind of name the file whatever you'd like. I named this one Sisters, and then it's going to import it in. And so went ahead and added that, and then again just resized it to be the right size for the towel. I decided I wanted to add text, so I added in Come We Fly, but just messed around with the fonts, couldn't really find one that I wanted until I came across this one. But as you can see, the spacing on it is really weird, so I ungrouped to individual letters so that I could move them all around as separate pieces, and then from then I kind of readjusted everything to correct that spacing and make it all look like one solid line. You definitely want to make sure from this point though that you are reattaching the pieces, because if you don't, when you go to cut, everything is going to come out as individual letters and they're going to be all over the board. You want it to be a solid sentence, make sure to hit attach. So from there, just go in, again, make sure that I am happy with the alignment, and then I added in some random bats I found as well, just to have extra to cut. You also want to make sure from this point that you hit mirror for iron-on. If you forget to select this, which happens all the time, you're going to wind up with it just being like a normal stencil sticker. So go onto that edit mat, hit that mirror for iron-on button, and then it's going to flip your images. Now the thing about me is I am real change, and I like to cut out on as little vinyl as possible, so I'm always flipping things around and rearranging to try to get it to fit onto one solid piece. So after I cut it out, now is just the weeding process. Of course, this part is what takes forever. So I'm actually using couldn't find my weeding tool, so I just used a straight pin to take out all the individual pieces. This part, again, it takes a while and requires good eyesight. I'm pretty blind, so I definitely struggle with it. But once I get it, I'm just using my mini press to iron it down onto the towel. And I wasn't sure what setting to use, so I started off a little bit low, and then I went on a little bit higher. But as you can see, there were some areas that weren't really secured or adhering, so just went over those a few more times, added a little more pressure when I was ironing over the pieces to make sure it really sticks. And I love that you can kind of see some of the glow in the dark showing through with the heat from the iron. I think it's so fun. So definitely a nice preview of what it's going to look like. You want to let it cool for a few seconds before you pull it off, because if you pull it off when it's piping hot, you run the risk of the vinyl sticking to the transfer paper and then ruining the whole thing. So don't let it be super scorching hot. Let it be at least like, touchable, and then you can peel. I randomly placed the bats on the back so that if the towel fell, you'd still see a cute design. Again, give it a second and then peel. This didn't really have any rhyme or reason, but I thought that looked cute. And so next, I am going to be attaching the sisters. I decided not to have them at an angle and instead just have them running parallel. And I think they look really cute, so just centered them on the half of the towel. I know these towels you're technically supposed to fold in thirds, but I wanted to do it this way because I wanted a bigger design. And then again, just randomly placed these bats. Be careful, as you can see, I have dog hair on everything. You want to make sure that you're getting rid of that, because if it gets stuck under your vinyl, there's no easy way that I've found to remove it. And if you just pull it, you're going to rip your vinyl piece. So definitely want to make sure that your area is clean and lint free before you attach it. Again, just press down, let them cool a second, and peeled off to reveal these cute little bats. Kind of wish I'd kept more, but I'm still happy with it. So these are what the towels look like in the end, and this is what they look like at night when they glow in the dark. And I think that they are so cute and just add a nice little spooky hocus pocus touch to my bathroom. And it was all under like $10 and super easy to make. So I hope you enjoy.